There's a sort of a grand intimacy about things, you know. I mean, it's done. All those movies are done on a beautiful, artful scale, and yet the themes and the emotions are try to be simple and human and relatable. So, you know, we never wanted the thing to get too big. We always felt like that the important thing, that was the background, that was the setting of it, and that the important thing was the people and the characters in it. So, you know, for all its bigness, we tried to create an intimacy with the cast and what the story was about. We come into the story, and you know, it's right after World War I. Times are tough. Things, you know, people are struggling. The circus is struggling. So, you know, Danny's circus is, even though it's a big traveling circus, is kind of hitting hard times. And you know, so it follows that and this struggling, weird family of circus people, and that's when Dumbo comes into it. And, you know, that's where, you know, his story, Dumbo, and the rest of the people in the circus and everybody's stories were parallel to Dumbo's is. I've always liked Colin Farrell, his work, and so to me it was great to finally work with him, and you know, because he's a kind of actor, and this is why I love him. He's just done different kinds of things. I mean, you know, he's not a performer that wants to be the same in every kind of thing either. You know, he wants to do things and try things. And you know, being like a Disney kind of hero, it's a tough job to do on its own. But to give it humor, to give it some emotion and reality, you know, you're taking this story that's kind of a big fable and trying to give it a human emotion. And you know, he was great at giving it that, giving it reality, giving the humor, giving a kind of an internal backstory without telling everything, and oh, and I forgot to mention, he can ride a horse, which, that was an extra added bonus, but if he hadn't done that, we'd still be shooting the movie. I love working with Eva because she, you know, she's like a movie star. You know, that's what the part it needed. It needs somebody that's got a bigger, that looks like one of those kind of 20s movie stars, you know, and she's not only a great actress, but now she's a trapeze artist as well. And I mean, she worked so hard, and I mean, no one will ever know, you know, on a daily basis what she did in terms of training for this. And so that was beautiful to see. What Danny brought to it is that, you know, there's a larger-than-life sort of nature to the sort of storybook and fable aspect of it. But what Danny is really good at is taking that largeness and giving it a reality, you know, and that's the key with this. No matter how big anything got, we always try to keep it into an emotional reality within its own framework. And Danny's very good at that. He can be big, but he can also show you real emotion.
Hey there, here's today's Daily Fact. Okay, all of you Frozen fans out there, did you know that the characters' names in the movie pay homage to Hans Christian Andersen? So are you ready for this? Hans Christoph Anna Sven. Hans Christian Andersen, said really quickly. Now, Hans Christian Andersen was the creator of The Snow Queen, the story on which Frozen was based. Now remember, click here below to subscribe or on the site for more great content.